anyway, let's get started on the Cub mower. This year I'm not going to put it on the 67, I'm going to put it on my relatively new 53, the one I've been kind of chronicling in my channel. So, first things first, we got to get the drive pulley off the 67. We'll get started there. Okay, the pulley's held on in two ways. There's a cotter key right through the middle of it here, and then there's also a pinch bolt that holds it on. First things first, got to get that cotter key out and then get the pinch bolt, and she should come right off. Pretty sad. Oh, there we go. We're off. Okay, well, you take a look here. I've got a little bit of a hole through here for the cotter. The little cotter key goes right through there. And there should be a matching hole in the PTO shaft, which is right there. Vertical. Okay. So, we just slide that on, drop her through. Let's see, what have I got to bend this over with? Okay, there's one. Easier if I do it over here, but then I'm in the camera. The Cub mower here is a Cub 22 mower, by the way. The cotter keeps the thing from sliding off the shaft, and the pinch bolt keeps it from wallowing. Yeah, next step up is to get that piece there under there. So, this ought to be interesting. Pull the back end in over here. Alrighty, now we need mounting bolts. And I was just in the house too. I could have got washers and lock washers. Alright, parts run. We got bolts in the mounting holes now. That was only the second or third trip back to the house today. Doing good. Next step here is to lift this puppy up into place. I've done this a few times, so it's pretty much a non-issue. Alrighty, now we're going to hang the back end of the mower, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the belt as a temporary hanger here. Bring it up, drop it right on, and there we go. Got another bolt ready here. We'll get the top hole threaded. That's enough threads. Find the bottom hole. What have I got here? I've got 1.5 inches. I don't think that's going to be long enough. Okay. Parts run. Well, as usual, I never have the right bolt. I went and bought a whole bunch of 1.5 inch bolts, and it looks like I need a 2. All I got is a 2.5, the next size up in my assortment. So I'm just going to have to use a stack of washers. Adjustment might be a little tight. Well, I can adjust that later. Whew, it's a little warm out here today. These you gotta be sure you smoke them down. because there's a lot of shaking going on here. You also want to take a 15/16 wrench with you when you go out to the field the first time with this thing. Oh look, hey, there's a implement bolt still on this tractor. I wonder if it's stuck in or if I can get it out. Next step is to drag that thing over and get that under the tractor. I'm not going to film that because that's going to be a little bit embarrassing, I'm sure. I like to keep the mower all put together like this. You can see I've got the stay bar and the head and the pitman and the whole mower all put together. It's a little easier to handle in pieces, but it's also a big pain in the butt to put it together piece by piece by piece. So I usually just horse it into place under there. That should be pretty easy to do, even with my bad ankle going on. Alright, what did I do with the pin? Did I pick up the pin? What did I do with the pin? Oh, I left it on the floor. Huh. There we go. And the pin is in. There we go. Now, we put the first thread bolt back on. No lock nut. Here's the real question. Alright, sometimes you need to come out and move the front of the mower ahead just a hair. And the hard work's done. Yep, there's one final operation here, and that's to hook the lift chain up. Alright, let's get back to tightening up that double nut that holds the chain on here. It was what I had at the time. I just haven't gotten around to getting something more sophisticated like a... Wait a minute. I have a hitch pin assortment. Parts run. Hitch pin. A little more sophisticated than a bolt and a double nut. And I'll bet you that was completely out of focus. Let's get this. Out with the old, in with the new. Yeah. It works. This right here is an original IH implement bolt. And the camera just found something else to focus on. Focus on me, come on. There you go. I'm holding it inside the little green square on the display screen. But anyway, that is an original implement bolt. And I don't know if you can tell, there you go. You can tell that it's tapered on the head here. Right from the head down to the shank, it's tapered. And there's your standard bolt. Same length, same threads. This one's tapered for the implements on the cub to self-center them. But these are hard to come by. This is in fact the only one I have. This came on this tractor, I just found it. So I use the regular implement bolts and large flat washers. Well, these are not regular implement bolts. These are just regular bolts. I guess the next thing to do is a test fire. See if the mower runs. Shake, ignition.